Are you a stay-at-home mom looking for ways to make money from home? Make your own money? Then welcome to Bioini. This channel, I created it specifically for you, a stay-at-home mom, so I can encourage you as I begin my journey. I'm a beginner sewer. So I welcome you to this beautiful journey so we can keep each other company as we begin, practice new things, new projects, improve ourselves, and ultimately earn something to put in our pocket, even as we look after our babies from home. So, as promised today, we are going to start with our very first project, the simple project, a no-sew scrunchie. By that I mean not necessarily that we are not going to sew it. No, we are going to sew it, but using our hand. We are going to sew by hand and not by machine. So welcome very much. You can get, if you have these things at home, you can get your piece of fabric, you can get your sewing needle, you can get your thread, then you can get your elastic band and a safety pin. Now this is me taking the measurement of the fabric. This is a piece of fabric that I used, but this is now the leftover. I'm taking the measurements. So the length, we have 33 inches. That is 33 inches I've measured there. I'm just confirming it down so they're equal. That is 33 inches. 33 inches. Then I'm just going to draw and mark that line there. So for the width, we are going to use 4.5 inches. I'm marking 4.5 inches there. Now I'm joining the line to make it straight so that it's easy for me to cut. That is me joining the line. Time to cut now. Now we have our piece of fabric, which is 33 inches long. Now for this project, we are going to need 4.5 of fabric inches wide. We're going to need a piece of fabric, and I said that one you can cut from so as we mentioned in our last video, not very worn, you're going to use, or you can use a piece of fabric. It can be from your so let's go ahead and old cloth or one that you bought specifically for this project. We are going to take for the length, we are going to have, now I'm basically confirming the measurements for you, so we are at par. That is what I'm doing there, measuring 33 inches, 33, the length, then our width, confirming the width, 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches for the width. Our width. Then what you're going to need next, safety pins. Safety pins that you're going to use to put in the elastic band. And for the elastic band, you can use an elastic band from an old cloth that you're no longer using. Yes, you can use that one also. So we're going to use an elastic band, and that elastic band we're going to use should be 7 inches. 7 inches. 7 inches. The elastic band should be 7 inches. You see, even mine is not new. The elastic band is not new. Somehow it found some knot here. It got some knot here. Then you are going to need a needle, sewing needle, and a thread, preferably the one that goes well with the color of the fabric you are using. So those are the things we are going to need: the safety pins, sewing needle, piece of thread, elastic band which should be 7 inches, then our fabric which is 33 inches long and 4.5 inches wide. I normally use, for the scrunchies that I've begun selling, I normally use a length of 42. I find that works well for me. 42, length of 42 inches and a width of 4.5. But for today we are going to learn using length of 33 inches. So before we begin sewing, there are 2 different ways to fold your fabric. You can fold it like this, like this, like this, and sew through like this. And also you can fold it first like this, along the width, and sew like this. I find working with this is quite easier compared to this design. The reason being, when it comes to now putting together the small allowance that you're going to leave here, that you're going to use to insert the elastic, I find it easy to tie it up or to seal it when I sew using this design as opposed to this other design. So let's go with this. So you're going to fold the piece of fabric like this. Note that the inside part is now the outer part. Now like this, and we are going to sew. So let's begin. This is a very we're going to tie the knot again. Now we are going to sew along the length. Now you see, we are going to sew it now along the length. And for you to do that, the easiest way I've found to do it is fold these like this, like this. Then I just sew it. Not sew it. Mama, if you're hungry for something to put in your pocket, this is something you will definitely enjoy doing. Because let's be real, it's quite difficult to survive without something you call your own. Something difficult to do is surviving without something you can budget for, without asking for permission. Your money is always sweet, you know that. Now once we reach here, we start pulling the other side, so it comes to this side. So we get that portion that has not been sewn, so we sew it. At this point I'm gonna have to add some thread on my needle, because what I have, let's continue. Now we're going to remove the inner, now the entire thing out through this tiny opening that we've left here. See, now this is what we have. This is what we have now. So you're going to take the safety pins, is it clear? Now this one I'm going to put here. You can anchor it somewhere so it doesn't get in as you put in the elastic one. Is it clear? Now we are going to seal this little opening, this tiny opening here. This is the reason why I told you I prefer doing it lengthwise, widthwise I mean, as opposed to lengthwise. So we are going to seal it. Here we have our scrunchie. We have our scrunchie. Now, Mama, these are our final products. This is our final product. I mean products because now there are 3, but we made this with you. See how beautiful it is. This is something you can make while the baby naps. At the end of the day, you have something to put in your pocket. So let me break the cost down. You see, if you're not going to use a fabric from your old cloth, then it means you're going to buy. And it depends with where you are. Like here in Kenya, let's say you're going for the sateen one. You can literally use any material to make these scrunchies. But let me use an example of the sateen one because it's a little bit cheap. You can use it to start off. Like a meter of the sateen one, the sateen fabric, goes for 150 shillings. It means half a meter. Yes, they can give you half a meter. Half a meter goes for only 75 shillings. So if you have your 75 shillings, you can get half a meter of the fabric, the color that you want, and it should be appealing because the customers like something that is appealing. So let's say 75 shillings for the half a meter. Then you will have your elastic band. The elastic band that you're going to use to give it this stretchy nature. You remember we used 7 inches. So you're going to need the fabric, elastic band you can get from your old cloth, a piece that you're not using, those clothes that come with elastic bands. You can remove it from there, or because you're going to sell it, you can buy at your local supermarket. They sell a meter which is 40 inches. They sell it at 15 shillings. 15 shillings, that is quite affordable because let's say the half a meter of the fabric that you're going to buy at 75 shillings is going to give you like 6 scrunchies. Yes, I'm saying 6 out of experience because I've cut it. I bought the material, I cut it, I've gauged. Now I know half a meter, which is 75 shillings, can give me 6 scrunchies, 6 beautiful scrunchies. So you're going to need 75 shillings as you start, then 15 shillings, or you can buy for 30 shillings 2 meters of the elastic band. Let's just say 30 shillings. 30 shillings, that is going to be 80 inches of an elastic band. And remember, one scrunchie needs 7 inches only. So fabric, elastic band, then you're going to need some thread, sewing thread, and a needle. These are things I know you have at home. If you don't have a needle, goes for only 10 shillings. Then thread also goes for 15 shillings. Those are the only things you're going to need to start. So don't fear, Mama. Kickstart your small business from home. Who knows? You can upscale it, and when you upscale, I can assure you, you no longer need to use your hands to sew. You'll need a sewing machine on your own. Nobody coercing you to get it, but you'll just say, this business is going big. Now I need a sewing machine. That is something you'll think about as you move on. But for now, get your fabric, get your elastic, a sewing needle, your thread, safety pins, 2. 1 to anchor it somewhere, so when you're putting it inside the elastic, the fabric, I mean, it doesn't go in entirely. You have some part remaining, so you can anchor it. 1 pin, 1 safety pin you can use to anchor on the sleeve of your clothes, so as you insert inside like this, it doesn't get in entirely. Those are the things you need, Mama. You can do it. So let's say you've made like this scrunchie. I'm selling it at 50 shillings. I'm selling it for 50 shillings. So imagine if I bought the fabric, the half meter fabric at 75 shillings, then I make 6 scrunchies out of that half a meter fabric. So multiply 50 the 50 that I'm going to sell one scrunchie for, the 50 multiply it by 6, the 6 scrunchies that I'm going to get out of that half a meter fabric. So that becomes 300 shillings. Already I can deduct my 75 shillings out of it to buy my fabric next. Then I remain with 225 shillings. Out of the 225 shillings, let me say I bought the elastic band at 30 shillings, 80 meters at 30 shillings. Let me deduct 30 shillings from that 225 remaining. You see, I still have a lot of money, spare money to use next time if I want. Mama, it's easy, simple, very simple. This is something you can do, at least to give you money. Buy them again. So Mama, you can do it. Just do it. It is something you can do. Everything needs consistency, and you're going to upscale. You're going to upscale, meaning one day you'll have to use a sewing machine. A sewing machine is a good investment because it's faster to make these scrunchies using the sewing machine. But because you're just starting out, if you don't have the machine, don't worry. You can do this thing using your hand. You can make these things using your hand and sell. So Mama, if I can do it, you can do it. You can do it too. Don't belittle yourself. Until next time, see you. Bye. Make sure you subscribe because I'm going to upload videos for you to learn, to practice, and make them part of your life so you earn something. Bye until next time. See you.